Retain gang, what's poppin', man? This your boy Tay, back at y'all again with another video, man. Peace, love, and abundance. And as always, I appreciate you guys for tapping into the channel. If you need to speak to me, I do one-on-one consultations, so I'll leave my link in my description. Make sure you guys follow me on all my socials and smash that like button. Now, one of the biggest regrets that I've had in my life, and from what I know, a lot of people have this same regret, and that is not doing what you're supposed to do while you're here, while you have time, while you have the energy. See, a lot of people are afraid to go after their purpose. You're afraid. You're afraid of the unknown. You're afraid of failure. And that could be our biggest downfall. Our biggest downfall sometimes is ourselves, because we don't believe in ourselves, or we let other people validate what we can or cannot do. You see, that's one of the biggest regrets that people have in life, is not doing what they could do, not challenging themselves to get outside the box. I remember I spoke to my grandmother, and she was telling me things that she wished she would have done when she was younger. Like, she wished she would have went back to school. She wished she would have, just lived life, try new things, right? And I was listening to her. I was a young kid listening to her tell me these things, right? And I didn't really understand it then. It didn't really click for me until I got older, and I started having my own regrets of things that I should have done, right? But what held me back was myself, because I was too afraid to try and see what could happen. What would happen if I tried this out? What's the worst thing that can happen? I fail, it don't work out. Okay, then I try something new. But the biggest regret you'll have in life is not trying at all, right? You gotta take that to the grave, because now you'll never know what could have been. You'll never know. Like, you forfeited that experience when you held yourself back from going after that. When you have a purpose in life, right, when you get that vision of what you should do next, you shouldn't hesitate on that. You shouldn't dismiss that as just your imagination. That is a message from the Most High telling you, look, if you want to live your best life, this is what you got to do. You see? If you want to experience the best version of yourself, this is what you have to do. You got to pursue this. You got to be fearless. One of my biggest regrets in life is I never pursued track further. After I graduated, I had a chance to be a part of a camp, and train until I make a team, or until I make, get endorsements and things like that. And I didn't do it. Right, I held myself back from it out of fear and letting other people get in my ear, and I just settled for a regular job. Right, you got to make some money. You got to start getting out here and building up your wealth. You got to get out here and get some money. And I listened to that, and I let that instill fear inside of me, and panic and anxiety that I'm behind. I gotta catch up with everybody else. And I shouldn't have did that. I should have pursued my dream. Because I'm going to tell you guys this. When you get out of your comfort zone, when you pursue your purpose, when you try new things, you open up doorways for success. Doorways for opportunities to come your way. You feel me? Not only that, but let's say it don't work out the way you want it to. That doesn't mean you quit. You just go back to the drawing board, you learn from that mistake, and you build upon that. When you expose yourself to something unusual, something new, what you do is that you start to gain a new level of consciousness, right? You start to see life different. You start to see things from a new perspective. And that right there, that's what life is about. Life is about the experience. We get so caught up on the goal and the finish line, the destination, but we don't really focus on the present. How you're being transformed the person that you're being molded and shaped into to reach that goal, right? That's where the bread and butter is the journey, the process of you going after your goals. Because every time I've accomplished a goal, it never felt as good as I thought it would. You know, I take a moment of silence to congratulate myself, but whenever I reach a new goal, it never feels as sweet as I thought. And then I look back at all the hard work that I put in and the journey that I had to take to get here. And I have more sentiments with that than I do with the actual goal that I've accomplished. You see what I'm saying? It's all about the journey. You know, if you in college right now, the 4 years you go to college, or 5 years, you know, it's not about the diploma. I mean, yeah, you want that. You want to get your paper. But when you think about it, it's the 4 years of meeting new friends and staying up all night studying for tests, right? All those days where you was, you know, just trying new things and learning new things. You look at your 4 years experience at college, and that's what you take with you, right? That's what sticks with you forever. Even high school, the memories that you made, that's what you take with you forever. You see? You know, I've talked to a lot of people, especially a lot of elders, and they tell me the same thing, man. Like, when it comes down to it, it's not about money. It's not about your financial status. It's not about your status in life. It's about the experience. Having good times with friends and family. You know, when you sit around with your friends, what do y'all talk about? Y'all talk about, y'all reminisce on the past, on things that made y'all connect. You feel me? You don't talk about money. You don't talk about cars and all that BS. You talk about the journey. So don't make my mistake, guys. Don't have regrets in your life. Don't hold yourself back from enlightenment. This is what this is all about. When you was a child, you know, you wasn't afraid of anything. You were fearless. You was always down to try new things. Your imagination was on 10. You see? It wasn't until people got into your ear, until school started to instill all of these programs in you that stopped you, stunted your growth a little bit, you know, made you stop believing in yourself, made you start believing that you need all these things outside of you to live a great life. Don't be afraid to pursue your purpose. Man, it took a whole lot of courage for me to do this, to start making videos. It took a whole lot of courage to bet on myself. You know, it's not an easy thing to do. I'm telling you guys, it's not. But it's a beautiful thing, man. And it's highly rewarding. Highly rewarding. You know, there's been some rough days. There's been some days where I've been going through heavy spiritual attacks. You know, it's a lot of things that come with this. But I don't have any regrets. Because this has opened up doorways for so many things to come into my life. So many blessings. And it was all because I wasn't afraid to jump off the deep end. You know, sometimes it be like that. But you got to trust yourself. You got to have faith within you. You have to. Because nobody else is going to give you that. As a matter of fact, most people are probably going to talk you down from pursuing your purpose. A lot of folks are afraid. A lot of folks are living with deep regret. And that sits heavy on your heart, man. It really does. Heavy on your heart. I'm just here to give you guys some game based off my experience, man. Don't live your life with regrets. Okay? Go all out. You don't have anything to lose. You really don't. You see? If anything, you fail, you can say that you gained some experience from that. That gave you a higher level of consciousness. It made you smarter. It made you wiser. And you take that and apply it to your life going forward. But even I say, don't quit on yourself. Never quit on yourself. Even if it's not going right for you, don't quit. When you quit, you fail. But if you never quit, you can never be a failure. I'm telling you guys, regret is one of the worst things that you can have in your life, man. People on their deathbed. You know, I've saw videos of people speaking on their deathbed and talking about what they wish they would have done. And like I said, they wasn't thinking about money. They wasn't thinking about material possessions. None of that. They'll tell you. They wish that they could spend more time with the loved one, that they can get up and walk around and just take a deep breath, look at the sunrise. You know, simple things. The simple things in life that mean so much to our soul. That's what matters. So live your life with no regrets. All right? Like I said, guys, if you need help, I do one-on-one consultations. So I'll leave my link in my description. Y'all let me know in the comment section what y'all thought about this video. And if you've lived with any regrets, have you done something or haven't done something that you wish you would have done? All right, so with that being said, guys, y'all have a beautiful day, and I'm out. Peace.